Good morning and welcome to another episode of Positive Vibes, making positivity and gratitude louder in a podcast world with myself, Shane Nikolaj. And it's um, I'm just waiting for my guest to come on here. She's on the other side of the world, so there's a bit of lag here, but yeah, at any rate, um, yeah, my guest today, um, should she show up, or I'm hoping she shows up very soon. Her name is Lilli Badcock. She's an empowerment coach in Salisbury in the United Kingdom, over on the other side of the pond. And um, yeah, just a second here. I'm just going to contact her real quick if I can. Just a moment, bear with me while I take care of this here. Um, Sorry about this. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just had to, I sent her a message and we will find out soon. Um, hopefully she'll come back and let me know. Maybe something came up. Yeah, sorry about this. Probably sort of unprepared or what have you. Um, yeah, I'm just uh, starting to. I'm having to wing it here for a moment. Um, yeah, this is this. I had something I was gonna say. Um, actually, yeah, right here. I'm gravitated toward. I'm reading out of my book here. Live a passionate life, quit settling for survival. Um, and it just happened. It opened to this one page, and yeah, it just stuck out to me. Um, if I forget the context of what when I said this, it was after I was diagnosed. I'll just start here. Um, After I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, um, after I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I decided that I may as well begin to be an active participant in the maintenance of my health. I have always more or less been conscious of healthy/unhealthy items and/or activities in my life. However, this awareness has multiplied since I was told I now have an incurable disease, multiple sclerosis. For starters, in my research about MS, I have found that some people not only live long, productive lives with the disease, but some people have gone on to fulfill their dreams of becoming singers, actors, dancers, painters, authors, or whatever their dream or goal might entail. It struck me that since my immune system is now compromised by MS, it would probably behoove me to quit smoking and make sure that I take in food that is good for me and limit or cut out junk food. I don't follow a set diet, but I do now. I didn't when this was written, but I do now. As you can probably tell from what I said earlier about my eating habits. If anything, I adhere to a seafood diet. I see food and I eat it. Though I throw I, though I throw a lot more fruits and vegetables into the mix these days and have eliminated a lot of fattening foods. Um, I've stopped drinking soda pop and rarely eat fast food anymore, which, of course, with the best bed diet that I'm on now, I don't eat fast food at all. And I eat a lot healthier. I eat clean. Um, let's see. For example, on my way home from work, I may stop at the store and pick up the makings for a salad. Um, skipping. Um, my way of thinking is that I can remain reasonably healthy and mobile so long as I keep on putting the good stuff into my body and quit putting in the bad stuff. I figure that if I fill myself up with bad stuff, I'll be negative and emit negative vibes. On the other side of the coin, if I fill myself with good stuff, I'll be positive and emit positive vibes. I wish that I would have had this surge of ambition earlier in life, but it is what it is. I am now motivated to move forward and become whatever my full potential shall turn out to be. I have always been motivated to be greater than my circumstances would have me be. My problem has always been that I have gotten distracted. There are distractions along every path. Suppose I am going to the store to buy laundry detergent so I can wash an outfit that I want to wear to a special event on the same night. On my way to the store, I am distracted by a vehicle parked on the shoulder of the road where the driver is obviously having trouble removing their flat tire. I stop and assist the fellow traveler, taking off the flat tire and putting on their spare. This distraction puts me way behind schedule so that there is not enough time to get to the store and back home to wash and dry a load of clothes with enough time to get to my special event. That may have been a weak example. Here is another. My wife is telling me that she'll be home late from work because she is going to stop at the store to do something, so she has goodies for, do some shopping, so she has goodies for lunch the next day. While I'm listening to her talk on the phone, I am attempting to continue playing a game on the computer. She ends the phone call when she goes into the store to begin shopping. When she gets home, I get upset with her for being so late. If I don't allow myself to be distracted by my activity on the computer and simply pause my game and step away while I'm on the phone, I could avoid getting upset and possibly carrying that negative vibe throughout the evening. These are minor disturbances by distractions when compared to the power that distraction ultimately holds. The world we live in today seems to be driven to stay connected to others by email, texting, and social media. Cell phones have become miniature computers that people can carry with them everywhere they go, with the express purpose that they can stay connected to the world at all times. um, I admit it. I have fallen prey to the cell phone distraction, jumping at every notification just to see who needs my attention right now. Right now, as it turns out, though, I am a dishwasher at a restaurant. I do not make money online. But like I said, this I wrote this book 4 years ago. That's why I knew when to update it, or or just write a new edition. Um, but at any rate, so far as email and social media, I have a love-hate relationship with them. At times, I find myself getting lost in my timeline on Facebook or Instagram, being a voyeur of everyone else's agendas and not being an active participant in my own life. I got curious and found online that the average American adult spends 5 hours of each day on their smartphone. Like I said, these stats probably 4 years old now, wouldn't need to be updated. Over the course of 1 year, that adds up to 76 days of a person's time being lost to their smartphone. 76 days, unless my job requires me to have constant access to emails and or social media. I have no real need to spend 2.5 months of every year lost in cyberspace. Imagine what productive things could be done with that time. Imagine the relationships that could be built or simply improved. Imagine the vacations you could go on. Think about the positive things that could be done in your life instead of playing games, reading emails, watching videos, browsing the internet, listening to music, etc. Those things may seem like they are meaningful at the time, but in the end, we have to ask ourselves if they are helping us to move forward or keeping us in a stagnant state. What we need to ask ourselves if what we need to ask ourselves if what we are currently doing on our smartphone is helping us to progress from where we are to where we want to be. Sometimes, of course, we are playing a game or watching a video as a form of entertainment or as a way to relax at the end of a stressful day. Maybe we are listening to some upbeat music to help us get energized. Maybe we are watching a video of a motivational speaker to help get ourselves going in a positive direction for the day. What we need to practice is limiting these activities to just a couple times a day, checking our phone briefly and setting it back down. Keep these distractions to a minimum. This will be much better for us over the long run than wasting away our lives on our smartphone. Try it. We can pick up our phone and see if there's anything we need to respond to immediately. If there's not, we can simply put down our phone and carry on with what we were doing before we were distracted. We will get so much more done and feel so much better without so much distraction from our smartphones. Computers, laptops, and tablets rate right up there with smartphones as tools for productivity and its distraction. I may feel like being engulfed in I may feel like being engulfed in at the moment. Mm, Oh, I skipped a couple lines. The book you are reading right now is a prime example. This book. I typed this on my tablet. If I so choose, I could download whatever kind of distractions I may feel like being engulfed in at the moment. I have that option, but right now I choose to be productive and work on my book. I have a goal of writing this book, so I told myself to limit my distractions and focus on what I need to do in order to reach my goal. Some days I may only type 4 or 5 lines. Other days I may turn out a couple of pages. I do some work on it every day though. I will finish my book sooner with fewer distractions. I still get distracted. Distractions are everywhere. However, I work at not letting myself get too far off of the path I'm ultimately traveling down. My point is that we can get a lot more positive, productive work done if we do not allow ourselves to be consumed by distractions. before my